situation over the 12 years that I've been here entertaining you on television. Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know? Good morning, Kelvin. It's my truth.
You ever notice how life has a funny way of flipping the script right when people think they've secured their happy ending? Because that is exactly what just happened in the messy, tangled story of Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson. One moment, they were living like they had Wendy Williams' fortune on speed dial, and the next, everything collapsed like a house built on lies and borrowed money. But here's the part nobody expected. Kevin Hunter is now out here revealing the real reason he left Sharina sitting on welfare-level finances, struggling to keep her head above water. And trust me, the truth is far uglier than anyone imagined. This isn't just another breakup. This isn't just karma. This is a story about betrayal, desperation, and a man who thought he could play 2 lives at once, until both of them crashed down on him simultaneously. And the way Kevin is talking now, oof, he's pointing fingers, blaming Sharina, and acting like he didn't build this disaster with his own hands. But when you hear the full story,
I'm not gonna take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this.
you'll understand why the world is calling this the downfall he created, the breakup he deserved, and the truth Sharina never saw coming. So sit tight, because once you hear what Kevin said, how Sharina reacted, and what happened behind closed doors when the money dried up, you're going to look at this situation very differently. He wasn't always scrambling for survival. Kevin Hunter used to walk around with the confidence of a man who believed a cash waterfall would follow him forever. For years, he was the executive producer of Wendy Williams' show, the man by her side, at least publicly, while he privately built a whole second life with Sharina. Sharina was young, quiet, and from everything we've gathered,
But what I needed at the time, because I was running 100 miles an hour, and I was so much of a strong support structure for her and all the dreams that she wanted to accomplish, I needed somebody for me. And my new offspring, my daughter, who is a beautiful, beautiful spirit, she was not a oops baby. She was not a mistake baby.
she believed Kevin's promises. He told her she didn't need to worry about work, bills, or a future. Why? Because in his mind, Wendy's empire would keep paying for everything. The townhouse, the cars, the meals, the luxury clothes, all of it. And Sharina, who had been grinding most of her life, finally got a taste of comfort. For the first time, she didn't have to chase rent. She didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck.
Death to all of them.
She didn't have to think about her next move. Kevin was taking care of her. But what nobody expected was that the same empire he relied on would be the one thing to abandon him first. When Wendy's health spiraled and her show fell apart, Kevin didn't just lose a job. He lost the one thing that funded his entire double life. The divorce agreement he signed, the one he clearly didn't read carefully, had a clause that said,
No, Kevin was a serial cheater. Kevin had different mistresses depending on, the part of his life. This last one was the one that he had the longest term relationship.
if Wendy stops working, his payments stop. Period. And when they stopped, his world came crashing down. Behind the scenes, this was when the real unraveling started. Kevin and Sharina went from living in a beautiful home to struggling to afford basic bills. He fell behind on credit cards, he couldn't pay HOA fees. He allegedly started pulling loans against luxury cars just to stay afloat. Sharina noticed the shift immediately. This wasn't the life he promised. This wasn't the future she sacrificed everything for. But here's where things get messy. Because instead of taking responsibility, instead of being honest with Sharina, Kevin blamed her. And this is where the drama really begins. According to people close to Kevin, he felt like Sharina wasn't supportive enough when he was losing everything.
You left your wife. Now, we may not care about her on the show. That's different. But you left your wife. Got you a side piece. Had a baby and was living a whole different life. And evidently, Wendy Williams was the real bread maker. Because now you can't live that lifestyle without that check. The grass wasn't greener, huh?
He claimed she was ungrateful. He claimed she expected too much. He claimed she didn't understand the pressure he was under. But let's be real. For years, he trained her to depend on him. For years, he insisted she didn't need to work. For years, he convinced her that Wendy's money was endless. And when his finances collapsed, suddenly she was supposed to carry the weight? Make it make sense. But here's the twist. Instead of being honest with the world, Kevin started spinning a new narrative, one where he was the victim and Sharina was the reason they fell apart. He started telling people that Sharina changed, that she was too demanding, that she didn't want to downgrade her lifestyle, that she refused to be understanding. Meanwhile, Sharina was out here trying to survive. She had to reinvent herself from scratch. She got a real estate license. She started selling homemade gut health products. She relaunched a vegan food business. She was hustling because nobody else was paying her bills, not even Kevin. This man didn't walk away out of selflessness. He walked away because the lifestyle collapsed, because the money stopped, because he couldn't maintain the image he built with borrowed time and Wendy's hard work. People close to the situation say something even deeper. Kevin never planned to stay forever. Sharina was a convenience when times were good and a burden when times got rough. And the saddest part? Sharina didn't see it coming. After years of believing in him, after having a child with him, after turning her life upside down for him, he left her with nothing but debt, stress, and a daughter to raise alone. And now, Sharina is allegedly living with her mother, rebuilding her life step by step. Her luxury lifestyle is gone. Her social media is wiped clean. Her silence says everything. But here's the part Kevin refuses to admit publicly. His lies did. He wanted to live off Wendy's success and build a new family with Sharina without ever thinking about what would happen when the money ran out. But when it ran out… Now, let's talk about the emotional impact, because this wasn't just a breakup. For Sharina, the pain cuts deep. Instead, he closed the door on her when she needed him the most. But the truth is simpler. He never planned long-term. He never protected her. He never thought this day would come. And when it came, he bailed. So here we are. Kevin Hunter is out here explaining why he left Sharina in a financial pit, but the explanation only makes him look worse. Sharina is piecing together a new life, working hard, staying quiet, and focusing on her daughter. And Wendy? Despite everything she went through, she still ended up the strongest one in this entire story. Kevin tried to build a life on someone else's money, someone else's empire, someone else's back. But money can disappear, fame can fade, and lies always rise to the surface. His relationship with Sharina wasn't built on trust or stability. It was built on borrowed dollars, borrowed time, and borrowed dreams. And when the loans ran out, so did he. And now the world is watching him stand in the ruins of the life he created. A man blaming everyone but himself, while Sharina fights her way out of welfare-level survival. And Wendy stands as living proof that karma has a long memory. So tell me, did Kevin leave Sharina because of her behavior? Or because he finally ran out of the one thing he thought would last forever? Because from where the world is standing, it looks like the truth is finally catching up. At the end of the day, this entire situation is a reminder that you can lie to people, you can hide behind money, but you can't outrun the truth forever. Kevin walked away from Sharina the moment the lifestyle disappeared, and now he's trying to rewrite the story like he wasn't the author of his own downfall. Meanwhile, Sharina is rebuilding from the ground up, and Wendy is finally reclaiming her life. So tell me, when the dust settles, who really lost here? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives.